Good afternoon, friends. This is 17th of September 2023, and I'm here to explain you the importance of Ichimoku trading system, which is a very good trading system. And if you understand this trading system, you can understand the basic concept of trading, when to enter into the trade and when to exit into the trade. This is the system which guides you to secure your trade and maintain your profits. So I am explaining you the components of Ichimoku trading system for your knowledge, and accordingly you apply the same and just see how the stocks respond to these indicators. So first, I am just taking you to the chart of Ichimoku trading system. Thereby, I will explain the components of Ichimoku trading system for your knowledge. So, I'm sharing you the screen, that is opening this chart of. Here I have taken the chart of Bank Nifty, where the Ichimoku trading system has been opened. See, you are seeing here number of lines. 1 minute. I will explain or clarify. Plots. See, these are the lines are seen in the Ichimoku indicator. So I will describe each and every line first, then I will uh, discuss the cloud formation. So from starting from this green line is known as Chicago span or lagging span. This is the simple moving average of a day offset to 26 period. Its importance I will discuss later on. But first I will describe each and every line of Ichimoku trading system. So this is Chicago span. Then the blue line which you are just seeing, which is known as Tinkan span, Tinkan chain, or seen as conversion line. Whereas this orange line is known as Hindu chain. Okay, this is 26 period. Means moving up a high of 26 period. Average is being taken here for the 26 period. This is the average of the 9 period high in case of Tinker chain. This is Hindu chain, which is also known as the baseline. And this is span A, which is the leading span 1. And this is the red line which you are saying, this is span B. You can check the definition of span A and span B, but for your knowledge right now, we will call that span A and span B, which is also the leading span. Don't get it confused that what is the leading span or lagging span or Chicago span or Finkelstein or Kinnews. The overall concept behind is that there are only 5 lines which move together and builds up the Ichimoku trading system. So Chicago span you have understand that is 26 period moving average of single day and offset to 26 period. Finkelstein or conversion line is nothing, it is only the 9-day moving average of high. High is been taken here and inducing 26 period is being considered the average of high. Span A is the leading indicator and span B is also the leading indicators. So now we will just talk about the formation of cloud, how the formation is being of cloud is seen, is built up in the system. That is the difference of span A and span B is span A minus span B generates the green cloud. Okay, and the difference of span B and span A gives the red cloud. So how the system looks like. Just see. This is the complete trading system. This is the Ichimoku trading system where you are seeing the difference and the green cloud is being generated. This is the difference between the span B and span A where the red cloud is being generated. So what are how price behave when the price is above cloud, within the cloud or below the cloud. These are the 3 different zones where the price bullishness as well as bearishness is taken into consideration and its potentiality thereof. Means when the price breaches the cloud from top or price is above cloud, the price is set to enter into the bullish zone or price is in the bullish zone in either case. Whereas if cloud reaches the price reaches the cloud downward from the down, in that case, or price is below the cloud, in both the cases, the cloud is the price is said to be entering into the bearish phase as well as or price is in bearish zone. So obviously, when the price is bullish, one should avoid the short entry unless and until you are familiar about the trading system, or you know that you should place the order with strict stop loss to avoid the losses for the contra entry in both the cases. This principle has to be followed by each and every trader. Suppose I am taking the chart of Bank Nifty right now for analysis. Here, just see the price is trading above the cloud. Okay, so it is said that the index is in the bullish phase and short entry should be avoided. This fundamental principle must be followed. So when the crossover has been seen in this particular area, bullish price is in the bullish zone and crossover, upward crossover means Shinkansen crosses the Hindu above, from above. When it had been happened, just check. So this is the candle. That is 15th of September, 9:15 a.m. But here, what are the points which has to be taken care by each trader? First, the crossover has to be identified. Thereby, the position of crossover, where the crossover has been done, either in the bullish zone or in the bearish zone or in the cloud. These three things has to be checked. Here, the crossover is in the bullish zone. Second thing has been identified. Thirdly, you have to look back 26 period so that you could you should identify the high made by the index during this period. That is also the position of Chicago span. So from here you look back 26 period back. To identify the high made in this duration by the index. The high made was the close of 15, the opening of 15 September candle. So you draw a horizontal line on the high, that is 46,153. This line is known as what we call as trigger price or the entry level price. It can be applied in any trading indicator. Whereas in case of Ichimoku system, the Chicago span high is taken as a to identify the trigger price. So here the price is Chicago span is above this price, so it is bullish. So one can enter into the trade. This has to be confirmed. So these are the points. The position of Chicago span, it should be above the high of the corresponding candle. This is the 26 period back, and Chicago span position is above this candle high. So these are the conditions which must be met by the for getting into the trade. Trigger price has been checked, Chicago span position has been checked, Tinkan span, Tinkan chain and thinking chain position has been checked, and thereafter we have determined the trigger price. Unless and until the index trades above this trigger price, one should not enter. So what happened on 15th of September? Just after opening, it has retraced back to the level of Tinkan. Thereafter, it has given the confirmation at around 10:45, where one should put the stop loss purchase order to avoid the slippage, and just see what happens. It has moved. No, it has touched high of 46,280. Okay, this 120 points jump can be seen. Is seen, not can be seen, it's seen. Now see what happened. The position of Tinkan, this is the important thing which I am just telling you right now. One should always note that while entering into the trade. See, initially we have fixed the trigger price. After reaching the trigger price, the index moved to it has given the 120 points jump. Thereafter, the check the after formation of this candle, means close of this candle, to just check what is the position of Tinkan and Kindu. Is there any white gap, or it is the gap is very narrow or moderate? You just check it. Here the gap is not so wide, but the moderate gap is seen. And if the stock crosses the Tinkan downward and closes below the Tinkan, then it is the first symptom that stock may retrace to the level of Hindu. Here, at the level of Hindu, one should enter into the trade. With aggressive buyer, I am just saying, aggressive buyer can enter into the trade because Hindu will provide some support. And or for safer players, one should get the trade confirmation. Don't enter at the level of Kinyu. Just see either any the top has of the candle has been breached or not. See what had happened here. After closing downward below the Tenkan-sen, the stock index got the support at Kinju-sen. The difference between the Kinju-sen and Tenkan-sen and Kinju-sen is approximately 112 points, 106 points. See, 46 170. Just see what happened. 46 174. Tenkan-sen was at this level, and Kinju-sen. Kinju-sen was at 46 48. 46,048. So obviously the difference is 126 points. Just see 46,174 and 46,048. Difference is 126 points. So aggressive players can identify the potential target here itself. After closing of trade, the potential buyer can just visualize that the stock may move up to this level, 46,048, and here one can exit. For immediate profit, one can exit because you know that from Kingun sale, index will get support and move bounce back, because it is in the bullish zone. We have utilizes the contra entry, the effect of contra entry. Opposite side trade has been taken. And how it has been taken? Within half hour, it is a 15-minute chart. So within 15 minutes, you have completed your trade here. Don't wait for the further, because the stock is bullish, the index is bullish, and you will be trapped. You know the fundamental principle that I'm just telling you, that Tenkan-sen, Kinju-sen, span A, span B, all provides the basic support. From here, the stock bounce back or retraces. Either the case may be. So here, from Tenkan-sen, you have just seen that the stock closes below the Tenkan-sen and shows some bearishness, and spontaneously you have identified the potential level of Kinjun-sen, and you have entered into the trade and got or earned around 126 points. But the crux is there should be some difference between the Tinkel-sen and Kinjun-sen. If there is no difference, it is just like here, one should not enter into the trade, or here one should not enter into the trade for the downward side if the uh, breaching is seen. Downward breaching is seen. Secondly, if there is very wide difference in the stock, In the Tinkerson and Kinjunsen, it means that there will be no buying and stock if breaches the Tinkerson, it gives the first sign that it may move to the level of Kinjunsen. There one must buy, and intraday players should wait for the trade confirmation of bullishness, but short-term players can enter into this level, means Kinjunsen level. So basic fundamental I have just explained in case how the how and when to enter into the trade. Initial fixation of trigger price, thereafter its determination, not thereafter the Kinjunsen, Tinkersen and Kinjunsen crossover. Third one, the Chicago span position. It should be placed high to the corresponding candle. It should be high. And lastly, the difference between the gap between the Tinkersen and Kinjunsen. So this was the condition when the Tinkersen-Kinjunsen crossover was in the bullish zone. Now, just going backward, one more crossover has been seen. See here in the cloud. What should we do at this stage? Whether one should enter or one should wait. In case of Shinkansen-Kinjunsen positive crossover in the cloud, one should wait to cross any of these cross Shinkansen to cross above the cloud. Then only enter into the trade. See, I'm just repeating. Whenever the Shinkansen-Kinjunsen crossover is seen within the cloud, one should wait that at least Shinkansen should cross the cloud top, and that particular candle should be taken into consideration for fixing the or for determining the trigger price or for any calculation. Before that, one should not enter into the trade because in when the price, sorry, Tinkersen or Kinjunsen is in the cloud, in that case, the price can get reversal on the top of the from the top of the cloud and may move downward. So one should wait that at least Tinkersen should cross the Kinjunsen. This is the basic criteria when the Tinkersen and Kinjunsen crossover is being seen within the cloud. Rest of the principle is same. That is, you have to identify the stock. I'm just giving you the example here. See, here the crossover is being seen and Shinkansen crossed here in this particular candle, this doji candle. This doji candle is being identified for determining the trigger price or see what is the position of Chicago span. Chicago span is above these candles. Obviously, by visualizing it, you can just see that the Chicago span is above, so one can enter into the trade. This Chicago span criteria has been met. From here, you move back 26 period to see the high, means the body we are just looking. We are not considering the wick here. So from here we are looking 26 period back, 25, 26 period. 1 minute. See, in this zone, from this zone to this zone, the high made was the opening of this doji candle. So we will put one horizontal line here, and this will be treated as our trigger price. From this level, one should enter. Means above this level, one should enter, not below that, because in that case, one has to face the retracement or any type of jerk. To avoid this jerk, one should get into the trade above this level. So this is the second condition which I have just explained in case of Shinkansen and Shinkansen crossover. And be in trade till you see any bearishness or any type of negative signal by any other indicator if you are using with the Ichimoku. Here, because it is a complete trading system, so one should not panic. After getting the trade confirmation, you are in the trade till see here you are seeing some bearishness. So whether one should exit or not. For that, you have to just check whether there is any difference between means gap between the Kinkelsen and Kinjusen, or the gap is sufficient enough to give the contra move. Just check it here. What is you are visualizing here? There is a moderate gap. Just see 45,912 is the level of Kinjusen. This one from here you can just check. Okay, 45,912 and 45,644. Approximately 1 minute. 45,912 minus 45,644. Around 268 point is there, and that is a good point, means there is a good difference behind it. So one should exit into the trade at this level. I will not suggest that one should enter into the be in the trade, because there is a moderate gap is seen between Tinkerson and Kingu trade. Now what happens in the second day? This index again open above the Tinkerson and move upward. So what I have told earlier, in the bullish zone, if some contra trade is being observed, then enter into the trade with strict stop loss, as the trade can be contra trade can be diluted, or stock may move in the current direction. A pause is seen at this stage here. Thereafter, what you are observing that after half an hour, the stock is again trading below the Tinkerson, and as I told, and conveyed you, that stock will move towards the Kingu. But you are observing here that there is pivot. So stock has touched the pivot and accumulated here for the day. And again, 15th of September, you have just seen the crossover. So the initial bearishness has been observed, and one should enter into the trade till, sorry, exit into the trade after getting into the trade when this type of bearishness is being observed. One should exit, be out from the market. Again, if the signal is being seen, do not enter into the market. Prepare the determine the trigger price. If that is reached, then one should enter there with a strict stop loss. When again the reversal is seen, you should exit. So this is the second condition which I have tried to explain in case of Ichimoku. And last one, this one. The Tinkerson, Kindu-sen crossover below the cloud. This is the crossover which can give the good profit to the traders, and if the same is being honored, then one will have the heavy good opportunity to earn the points. So what are the condition has to be met in case of crossover? This crossover. Tinkelsen crossover below the cloud. In this case, identify the candle first. This is the candle. Look back 26 period. So this is the candle. Look back 26 period to identify the high made during this 26 period. That is this 17. This is 26 period. High made is this one. So this is the trigger price when the crossover is seen below the cloud. Okay, and accordingly we have find out the trigger price. The second aspect is the second thing one should consider, which I am just explaining here for your knowledge, that the position of Chicago span, it should be above price. Okay, so here what you are observing, 26 period. At this particular candle, Chicago span is below the cloud, below the price. So one should avoid, one should not enter into the trade at here. You are just visualizing that Chicago span is below the price. Thereafter, you just see when the Chicago span is coming above the price, because the crossover has already been seen here. Okay, so you are just seeing that the Chicago is above the price here, or you can say here. Here it is clearly after. So this candle is taken into consideration. This candle. Okay. Means the position from from the position of Chicago, the corresponding candle is taken into calculation, and from here we move forward 26 period to identify the candle, and that candle is this one. Okay. So if the candle is identified, you just apply the theory for determining the trigger price. That is, you have to move backward. You have to look 26 period back to identify the highest price made by the index. So when you are moving 26 period back, the highest price is this one. On the basis of this particular candle, Picow's by position of Picow, you are just determining the trigger price, second price, this one. So two trigger price we have got when the crossover is being seen below the cloud. When to enter and how to enter. First trigger price was 44,521.95 leaves for 44,522. Unless and until the price moves above this trigger price, one should not enter. Initially, we have got the close here. Thereafter, the retracement has been seen. The index has accumulated at around Kindusian level. Thereafter, again the breaching is seen. This is the second attempt, and thereafter you can see the rally. So do not get confused while entering into the trade when the crossover is seen below the cloud. You will get at least two trigger price, and if first one is missed, second one is the safe, where the retracement or any type of jerk will not be seen. In first one, you can get some jerk, or you have to face the retracement or heat when the stock retraces. So I have explained all the three aspects of the Tinkin-Chain crossover, determination of trigger price for your knowledge, and the importance of trigger price so that one can get into the trade very safely. So friends, thank you very much. This video is for your knowledge. Apply this principle while entering into the trade, and if you have any query regarding the trade, regarding the theory, you just email me or drop a message in the comment section so that I can clarify the same at the earliest and serve you to become the profitable trader. And one thing I will request you, my dear friends, that kindly subscribe the channel, share the channel in your group so that we can be encouraged and give the proper way to enter into the trade so that one could be benefited. Sorry. So thank you very much, my dear friends. Have a nice day.